Hi everybody! Today we're going to be painting the glow-in-the-dark fireflies. And it looks like a jar of gumballs just rolled away, but they're representative. So it's not really a firefly. And fireflies aren't rainbow colored, but this is more fun. So, and we also have glow-in-the-dark paint. So the glow-in-the-dark paint is this clear gel that has little beads. The glow-in-the-dark paint is toxic, so they mix the glow-in-the-dark chemical with plastic. Then they shred the plastic into teeny tiny beads into a powder, and then I mix that really glowy powder, you can feel it, with the gel, like that, and it will turn clear like Elmer's glue, but leave all the little beads where you want it. I actually buy them separate, and I buy the glow-in-the-dark powder from an industrial glow company, so it's the brightest I could find, because the stuff at the craft store was like, right? So and you can see what it looks like. Obviously, we make these in acrylic paint in the colors, and they're really pretty. But when you put, like, I put a lot on mine because the thicker it is, the brighter it is in the dark. So that little glob that looks like glue is glow-in-the-dark paint, right? And then this, you can also see the texture of it on my moon, right? And the theme of this painting is a spiral, right? So it's not a circle, it's a spiral. And a spiral is when it never ever touches itself. So we go like this, and it goes around, then it goes around that guy, and around that guy, and around that guy, and around that guy, and around that guy, right? But we can keep doing that till we completely fill it in. But we are learning how to do it on the moon, and we just keep doing it. But it's a spiral, and we learn it on the big moon. So then we try to do it on the little fireflies. Our brain's like, oh yeah, spiral. We do not mix colors together. It's always an accident. It's very weird, but we want to, we worry about shape, color, and texture when we paint. So the shape, anything with a shape, I already drew it, right? Who cares about shape? But, the color is 3D, dark, medium, light. That's what we're rooting for. So if I get like this orange one, I put orange paint on there, and then I get a tiny bit of white and swirl it in, whoop, one time. And then I get white pieces. Then I get a little orangey white piece, like a sherbet. And then if orange all by himself must be the dark, medium, light. But if I keep spinning and mixing, what color is it then? Medium, just the sherbet color, very boring, nobody cares, right? It's not interesting to look like. We could have just mixed it together, you know. But so we're after that spot of the 3D spiral, okay? So at first it's gonna be really ugly and really bad, and then we'll get better and faster and better and faster, okay? So let's do the moon, no, let's put the stars on there first. Look at all those faraway stars. And we could put glow-in-the-dark paint on them at the end. So to make the stars, we're going to find our itty-bitty blue paintbrush. Oh, there's some people. Hi, Harmony. Hi, Harmony. So I'm going to get my little stick, my blue stick, and I'm going to make like little specks with the stick, not the paintbrush. If the paintbrush hits the canvas, it kind of goes like this smash, like that's not a star, that's like humongous. So I use the stick, so it'll be speck, right? A star. So I'm going to get my white paint. Where's my white paint? And not my glow-in-the-dark paint. It's white paint, right? And I open my white paint. And I don't need very much. And I actually like it when the stick of my paintbrush runs out of paint, because my first poke is going to be very white. And then as I run out of paint, it looks like the stars get farther and farther away, okay? So it's like, and they're afraid of each other. They don't go in a straight line, right? Oh, look at my hair, looks funny. Okay, so if I go for the very first one, it's gonna be very bright, right? Planet, very close to me. And then I jump far away, boink. Oh, that one's even lighter. Lighter. Oh, look at that speck. That must be super far away. So I give it permission to run out. So now we can just make stars. You just get your white paint, poke. Nah. And it looks like I have a lot of paint, but that's on the outside. I only care how much paint is on the tip, and I'll run out. And I just go poke. And I try to jump away from itself, because, you know, humans are going to make them evenly spaced apart, you weirdo humans, because that's what humans do, is we make a pattern. So, oh, I ran out of paint. But look, it looks like there's still paint on there. Don't get confused and start using the side of your paintbrush to try to get this extra paint off. It'll look like a horseshoe or something. We don't have, just get more paint, poke, a little bit more, and then go poke, you poke, you poke, you poke, you poke, you poke, you poke, like that. And then look at when I run out of paint. They look super, super far away. I like those the best. And I could go down by the grass. Oh, and the sides, they get very jealous because it goes on for infinity. If you don't put anything near the sides, it doesn't look like it goes on forever. So get really, really close to the sides, you know, and close to the tippity top. My brain will think the stars go on. Oh, you know who's jealous? On the other side of the jar, and the moon, I bet there's stars over here. They're jealous. Hop, hop, hop. And I tried to jump far away. So I'm trying not to make a pattern. Because you know I will. Because my parents were human, made me human, and humans make patterns. Watch, I'll show you. I'm done. Basically done, right? And then look, they're all like 3 fingers apart. What the heck? How did I do that? I thought I was doing it randomly. Do you know why? Because humans make patterns. Remember, since we've been little, we've been making letters and numbers evenly spaced apart and all that, and all this training we've been having. So then after we make something, we're like, wait, we have to keep adjusting it so everything's evenly spaced apart. I don't know, you human. Okay, so let's try to make it look a little more random. What if we paint clusters like faraway galaxies or something, and we let them be in little families? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is too many. I got a little happy on this one, but 1, 2, 3, 4, like that, some stars. So I just go, because it's fun, and I just go, all right, it'll help break my pattern, because you know they're evenly spaced apart. So I just go 1, 2, 3, 4, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, what? That must be like a galaxy, right? You want to see up close? Like I just went maybe a little family, and a family over there. A little bit, just beep, 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 beep. It helps break up my pattern. Maybe 2 Z's, 3 Z. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. There. And when we put our fireflies on there, are we going to protect these stars so that they never, no. We can put our fireflies right on top. The stars are far, far away, and the fireflies are close to us. So if we put something on top of them, they look farther away. You know, it's called depth, so whatever. Oh, I didn't put any of the clusters on this side. Jealous. Oh, I ran out of paint. Nothing's happening. Oh, I put a dash. Okay, it's a shooting star. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, now I gotta clean my stick off, mostly because it will get all over my hand. So just get a paper towel, and I give it a swipe. I just go spin, whoop, like that. Okay, now we're gonna set this paintbrush down, let them stars dry. And mine is in Silver Sharpie, because pencil does not show up on camera. So I put Silver Sharpie on mine. Yours is fine being pencil. So you don't have to make yours bright like mine. That's an optical illusion just for the camera. Okay, so I could put this one down and find the bigger, fluffy yellow one. And she looks little. And because she has it, and if I did it really, really soft, she would be super, super tiny, you know? But no, if we smash it, she's a nice big paintbrush. Right? So don't be afraid to smash it and crush it and make it a big paintbrush. Okay? Because we're going to now make this moon, and we're going to get this whole thing, fill it all in with blue paint, and then decorate it with white paint using a spiral, because that's our theme, right? So I'm going to get super wet with blue, so it doesn't matter how much blue paint I use, all that blue belongs to you, so you just go ahead and use it. So I get my blue paint, and first of all, let's get rid of the pencil. We don't want to look at the pencil anymore. So we just stab our blue paint. Stab. Just get a whole bunch. Stab it. Like that. And we just smash our paintbrush. And a weird thing about your paint is if you just push your paint, it makes a smooth line on both sides. If you scribble it, it'll be a furry moon. So I just get my paint and I land right on the pencil and I go push. And look at how that line is smooth. I'll show you up close. Watch. I get my paint and if it's thick paint, it makes it very, very smooth. And I go push. Oh, it's smooth because there's so much paint. It's squishing out both sides of the paintbrush and it looks, oh, and then I ran out of paint. It's all dry and furry. So it's way better when it's thick. So I stab my blue again. Stab! And then just, goodbye, pencil. I don't want to look at you. Oh my gosh, I had to get paint like 5 times. What? Cool. And then what if there's lumps? Literal lumps of paint. I'm trying to show you that texture on there, right? Lumps of, it doesn't matter. Because those will be very, very dark. Because there'll be lots and lots of pigment. So we don't care. And this is what I do sometimes. I hold on to my paint and I paint like this. I hold on to it and go poop, right? Because it just is far away. My paints are often far away. And I have to go, because my table's behind me. So I go get my paint. Very annoying. Okay, now let's fill it in and try to do a spiral. So I don't know if you guys saw me make the little, this is a spiral. Is the lines never really touch each other until they accidentally touch each other, but it goes round and round and round like that. But you can't, just because it would be faster, we don't scribble it in blue. It would be faster, but we're trying to train our brain to do a spiral for when we do our fireflies. So we go, okay, brain, whatever. So let's get a huge scoop, like we're scooping ice cream. Oh my God, how come? Because we're just gonna smash it down. Doesn't matter. And I can land in the middle and I go spook. And then I go around that guy. And then I go around that guy. And then I go around that guy and I already ran out of paint. That's what? Okay, more paint. Scoop. And then I start wherever I left off. And then around that guy. And then around that guy. And I already ran out of paint. It turns dry. More paint. And then around that guy. And then around the, okay. Spiral. And you're like, why is she making us do this dumb? Because it's just practice. Just a little something, something for our brain. And then what if there's thick lumps and thin parts? So thick means lots and lots of dark blue pigment, and it will dry darker just by the fact 3D. How many color values do we need for 3D? 3. Dark, medium, light. So sometimes letting your paint be thick and dry darker with a big puddle of blob of color is darker, right? So now I got a dumb spiral, right? What's this point of this? Well, let's keep doing it until all the black's gone. But it would be faster to scribble, but it wouldn't be attractive. So I go, all right, scoop, a huge scoop, and then go around and around and around and around and bigger, 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 bigger. Okay. I keep running out. How about if I start from the outside and fall in? So I go super big and then smaller, 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 smaller. Ooh, my paintbrush picks up paint as easily as it drops off paint. So just look at me, Alejandro. Look at me. Look how much paint I get. What? And then I smash it down. Get a huge disgusting blob and then smash it. And then go round and round and crush it. Okay, here it comes. Look at this boogie on there on my paintbrush still. I'm going to wipe it off onto my, I'm going to wipe it off. Okay, now I can spin it. Whee! And then I start in the middle and push out. Round, around, 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 around. Bigger, 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 bigger. Okay, now let me start from the outside. Get more paint. And go from the outside and go smaller, 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 smaller. I think I like it better when I start in the middle. What do you think? And it's a texture thing. So let me show you what some people do. I just want to show you that it's not the same. So look, everybody pause and look up. I'll make, some people go like this because they're hearing me say circle, 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 right? And they're like, no, it's not curly hair. Look at the texture is all wrong. Because look how the paintbrush cuts through the, no. So I could go back over this and change the texture again and put it back to a spiral texture. All right, texture is important. Shape, color, and texture. Right, around and around. And then Keep doing it faster and faster until you trust yourself and the whole thing is sopping wet with blue. And you just keep, and it's really slippery. And you just go, woo, woo, woo. It's all, ew, I have a giant glob on my paintbrush. I'm going to try to get it off. Right, and then smash it in. Okay, get on there. All right. Nice. And then do you see how once you start pushing the paint, you push it over there and you shove it over there. We're not being delicate. We're trying to get the paint on there, but with an interesting texture, right? Interesting to look at. And then what if black shows through a little bit? Built-in shadow, right? Don't even care. Now I'd like to get some white paint. I would like white paint to make a look at mine. Oh, I turn on the light with the white, okay? But my paintbrush has got blue on it, and if I stick this dirty paintbrush in my white, I'll ruin all my white. So I get a paper towel like this, and I floof it open, floof, and then I just find a corner and fold it over and pull the paint out really hard. Okay, see, it's dry. Well, not really dry, right? Maybe I need to pinch it again, right? And we don't use water when we paint because it will just leak and the water drips down your painting and will erase your paint. Water is a solvent. Now I'm going to get a white and, okay, how many color values for 3D? 3, dark, medium, light. Okay, so blue by herself is one of my colors. She didn't get any white. Excellent. And then pieces of white will make baby blue. What if I'm lucky and I get a little shimmer shine, a little string of white? Look, ooh, my white piece. You're jealous of it, right? But then I have dark areas, got nothing. And then I have bright, okay. So I'm going to get white paint and clean my paintbrush because I don't want to ruin all my white. And then I just get a stab of white. Hello. Just keep it. I'm just going to drop it off in long little strings. But not in a straight line, right? I just kind of go blip, 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 blip. Oh, I ran out. What? I need to do it again. Poop. And then bleep, 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 bleep. There. Is it going to stay like that? Because that looks bizarre. No. Now that we're good at spirals, we're going to go back and play with that and turn them into dark blue, baby blue, and white spiral. Right? Okay, we're not using any water. You're going to water down your paint, and paint water is incredibly dangerous. Right, Harmony and Nellie? You don't need to use water. I will always let you know if you needed it. We don't need it. Paint water is dangerous. It could spill, and it's permanent on the carpet. Okay? Okay, watch. Now I'm going to make my spiral. Should I start in the middle and go out, or from the outside in? Which way was better for you? I like from the middle out. Okay, so I land in the middle, and there is some white in my paintbrush, so it will do it. So I go around, and then I might hit some white, and I might not. It's none of my business. And I go around, boom. Oh, I hit one. Oh, shit. Ooh. And I keep, wow, around that one, around that one, around. Don't stop and examine it yet. Wait till we go all the way out. Woo! 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 Okay, that's super fun. And I got, don't spin it together, and what you cannot pick up you can't scrub it together. That just makes baby blue. Nobody cares. We try to make the spiral texture first. Dark pieces, medium pieces, and light pieces. So I made a spiral. I could go back and touch it, but I got a white piece. I got a medium piece. I got dark pieces. I didn't get no white at all because I missed. Right? How about if I do it one more time? But you're not allowed to touch anything twice. How come? It will just make baby blue. And you don't pick up your paintbrush because that'll go dash, 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 dash. Right? So we're trying to go spiral without picking up our paintbrush. Let's do it one more time because there's that super dark part I hope I hit next time. So I'm going to go from the outside in. Oh! Smaller, 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 smaller. Okay, that's a cool, right? Do I still have dark pieces, medium pieces, and white pieces? Yes, stop! If I keep doing it, what will I get? I will just get baby blue. I'm not trying to make baby blue. I could have stirred that together in a cup and made baby blue if that's what I wanted. No, I like the texture. It's interesting. Now, what's on your paintbrush? Do you know what's on your paintbrush right now? The perfect color to make a misty fog around the outside. I give my paintbrush permission to run out of paint and leave the circle, and it's going to make this this fog outside the circle. It could touch the circle, but it's outside the circle. Watch. So it's a little bit of blue and some white in there. It's just, and I'm going to do it, and I'm going to run out of paint, and it's going to turn to powder. Okay, watch. I'm outside the circle. I'm outside. I'm going to go bigger and bigger. And it's dropping off mist. And it's these fuzzy little lines. And I don't even care. And I go bigger and bigger. And look, it's all dry and interesting to look at. Did I scribble it? No. I put more spiral. But they're like, I gave my paintbrush permission to run out of paint, so it turned to powder. It's called dry brushing. I ran out of paint, and I'm crushing kind of hard, and I just put powder, paint powder, and it looks all misty, like fog. Nice. That's fun. Like that. Look at the mist you made. You trusted yourself and you went and did it. And we don't have to get more. It's just kind of like this dirty little fuzz bit. Okay. And now I'm going to clean my paintbrush. Right? Should I lick it off? No. You weirdo. You grosso. Are you what? No. We just get it. Where did my paper towel go? Did I drop it on the floor? I have to start a new paper towel. So I just fold it over and go, pinch. Where did it go? I don't see it. Oh, there it is. It's behind me. Okay, pinch! And then, oh, I made a bunny. Okay. And now let's make a moon, but let's not do it with our paintbrush, right? Because she's sharp, and she tends to scratch the paint back off after she does it. But you know what would make a really smooth white moon in the middle? So we just made the glow, not the moon. But my fingerprint, the soft gushy part, and it makes it very smooth and flat like this, right? But I don't use I don't try to draw a circle because I was born human. I can't make a circle, but I can make a rainbow and a smile because those shapes are inside of letters and numbers, so my brain can do them really easy. But if I try to make a circle, I go like this. Woo! Oh, shoot, I ruined it. So you do it again. Woo! Oh, shoot, I ruined it. So you do it again. It comes out like an egg. You know why? Gravity's pulling on your hand the whole time. So you try to do it, and it goes, ooh, ooh. Like, but you know what we can do perfectly? Land, rainbow, land, smile. Okay, that's it. So I get white. Not my fingertip. That's the bony part. No. I get the fat, fluffy part. The mushy part of your finger, and it's about 3 fingers big. Look, 3 fingers big, you know. Okay, so I find the middle, and it doesn't really, just bigger than a tiny little baby moon. Right. So I go okay, and I go rainbow. All right, and I put my finger. Yeah. And that's my rainbow. Don't try to make a circle. I swear. From all my years of experience, trust me, you can't. It comes out dumb. And then I go, smile. Oh, see? I'm supposed to be an artist. I made an egg again. Let me try again. So I get more white, and I go, smile. Okay, that's more round. Smile. Okay, rainbow. Smile. Okay, that's better. I have to look at it from the front. Once you have a good shape on the outside, basically a circle, now you just spin it in and it will mix with the blue a little bit and make a baby blue tummy. And look, I have a spiral texture in my moon too because it's a theme. See, a rainbow and a smile is easier than trying to make a circle. Because when humans make circles, we trace things like, and we use tools because we can't make circles. And we can't make straight lines either. Because we're all made out of blood and gushy and muscles and stuff and we shake a little bit. So it's like, Ew, there's paint on my finger. Just wipe it off on a paper towel. No biggie. And then it will wash off with water later. So, Okay, and this is gonna dry while we do other things. You wanna make some fireflies? Yeah? So we switch back to our little blue paintbrush. And we're gonna do the rainbow. Oh, and fill in the tummy. The middle of the moon is a little spiral. All right. It's not a donut, right? And then I'm going to switch to my baby paintbrush. You know why? Because this paintbrush is really handy. But what happens when I smash it? Humongous! No, this one will stay small, right? And it's a little bit stiffer, so she won't open as aggressive, right? And I put my paints in rainbow order. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. But I'm not going to use this green for the fireflies. Do you see it? This is for and it dries almost black. It's for our grass. Look at that super, super dark, shadowy green. And then I get white, yellow paint, and I streak through that dark green, and it makes these stripes. But can I scribble them together? No. Who's more powerful, dark green or yellow? Dark green. Yellow will just disappear if you scrub it in. You just kind of go, flick. Huh?
Yeah, she freeze.
I'm frozen? You guys are frozen too. Whoop, I came back there. I just went poke, poke at my thing. Are you guys back? Okay. So I just go flick like that. But only up, so I get pointies, right? So save this for grass, not for your fireflies. They look weird. But we have this awesome color. But she's a little bit see-through. But once we add white, she's awesome in neon, right? Okay, so we're going to let's start with the whole rainbow. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. So red first. And they're as big as a fingerprint. How come we have to be so small? There's 6 colors in a rainbow. That's like a lot. And we're going to count them, because if we don't, we'll have 50 million of one color and no room left, right? So 2 go in the jar, and 5 fly away. And they always start near the jar, and then they kind of hop away, trying to get to this corner. Hop, 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 boink! And they're trying to fly away to this corner. And remember, I could put my fireflies on my stars. So I go, oh, it's a fingerprint big? Oh, yeah. And I always put my fingerprint on there so I can literally get a visual. Oh, that big. All right, all right. And I'm just going to put 1. So where's my red? Oh, look at my favorite color, obviously, right? I wear the red. But it's red, and I go, all right, well, that's a lot of red left over when we're done. You better make cute things with this, like paint rocks and stuff. Craft supplies. Okay, now we're going to get our red, and we just stab it. This is a tiny paintbrush, so even if you stab the red, how much paint will this paintbrush pick up? The same. Alejandro, can you spin in the middle and give the belly, just squish the white you got on your moon? Just squish it. Oh, okay, there it goes. That's a moon. Okay, that was a donut before. Yeah, get it. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to get my red, and I go stab. Because it will only hold so much paint no matter how hard I stab. So you can trust it and just go stab. I got red. Okay, and it will just go poke. And now how many the fireflies go in the jar? 2. So, and how big? A fingerprint big. And I always put my finger for visual for my burn. And I go, okay, wait. Am I making a circle? No, I'm making a spiral. So I land, hey. Look at my paintbrush, it has a stupid little string on it. What the heck? Okay, so I land in the middle, poke, and what if black shows? So, shadow. So I land in the middle, and I go around that guy. Woo, done. And how big is it? A fingerprint. You know why? They tend to get bigger when you put the white on. And then I could put another one, I don't know, somewhere. I land and I go around and around and around. Stop! Ooh, she's bigger. And black shows. That's okay. And these are our first ones, so they should be our ugliest ones. right? Because when you're learning, you have to have a learning curve. So you just go, whatever. These are my first ones. And then I would like to add a tiny bit of white to turn on the light. But this red's on there, and I don't want to put a dirty paintbrush in my white. So I'm just going to have a paper towel that I am constantly, every color, before I go get white, I give it a pinch. Right? Pinch. Pinch. There, I got it. Okay. Now, wait. When we put the blue on the background of the moon, we put a whole bunch of blue. Then how much white? A little bit? So when we go to decorate these, if we get too much white, we'll literally paint them white. So how much white do you think this little thing needs? Let me get my white paint. I don't know. Watch. Oh, a tiny speck. Could I get more? Yes. Could I get less? No. So I just gave tiny little speck on the end. And then, are you going to do it wrong the first time? Yes. So we just adjust. We're like, oh, I put too much paint. Next one, we'll do better. Okay, so I go a little speck. And then I try to make a spiral out of that. And will there be some red that don't get no white at all? Yep. Watch this. So I go land in the middle and I go around and around and around. I made baby red by accident. And there's still some red showing. It's still too much white, I think. But it's my first one. And then I do this one and I go wee and stop. Ooh, I got red pieces. Red and white pieces kind of happen by accident. And then the string of white. What if I keep spinning? Well, what color will I get if I keep spinning? I will just get pink. No, I want this cool texture. The interesting spiral thing. It's interesting to look at. And I turned on the light with white. And you know what? When I first got that blob, wasn't that too much white? And I think the second one was the right amount of white when I wiped off most of the white on the first one. Okay, 2 in the jar. Okay, we went very, very slow for that because we were learning. Now we get to go faster. Okay, so I clean my paintbrush, get the white off, stab the red, stab. Why? Because I could only get so much red no matter what. And then how many fireflies fly away? 5. And then 5 fly away, and I always start with 1 near the jar. And then I go hoppy, 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 hoppy. They're all trying to get to this corner. Well, who knows how to make, do you need to make any adjustments on your fireflies? Were they too big, too little, too much paint, too little paint? Make an adjustment. And I will probably only be able to make 2, and then I'll need more paint. But I'll know once I'm doing it. So I just, I land in the middle and go spiral. Fingerprint, yep. And then 1. Uh-oh, I went on top of the star. Is that bad? No. I don't care about my stars. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm out of paint. Look at that's all see-through and kind of black. Okay, so I need more paint. Poke, stab. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm gonna get to the corner. Hey, I didn't want any in a straight line. How'd I do that? I went hop, 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 but then I ended up with a straight line of fireflies anyway. Okay, I'll do better next time. Oh well. So how many fly away? 5. And then am I spinning? No, it's a circle. What if black shows through? It's a built-in shadow. I like it. I'm making a spiral. I'm not spinning. You're trying to fix your shape into a perfect circle. Don't fix it. Don't ruin it again with the white paint. Just put a spiral and then put the white paint and paint like we're famous artists and we paint like this and then we're really like fun about it. Like I paint like this all the time. Oh, don't overthink it. All the fun will leave because your critical brain is going wrong. No, just have more fun. Okay, clean your paintbrush. Do you think, okay, so when I did this one, I definitely put too much white. Adjust. Get a tinier speck this time. Or push harder with your paintbrush. Definitely push softer with your paintbrush. You decide based on what the paint's doing. So I'm going to get a tiny speck of white. This is the trick. Because if I get too much white, the whole thing turns white. I did a good job. That was teensy. Okay, and I'm going to spin that into a spiral. And I don't keep spinning. That is a gumball. Okay, so I land in the middle. Boop. And then I go around that guy. And then I go around that guy. And I go around that guy. Done! But there's my cool spiral texture. And there's no more white left. There's a teeny bit of white left on my paintbrush. Let me see if it's enough. It made a very light one. She's invisible. She's not very bright. That's okay. That's okay. I'll let her be a dim one. There's all kinds, right? So I get another poke more of white. Wait. I almost pushed too hard. Poke. Okay. And then I land in the middle. Poke. And then go around and around and around. And then I get this one round and around and around. And then stop. And then around and around and around. Stop. It's the over-touching that makes you sad. Oh, I touched it too much. And I just made pink. A pink blob. So we're trying to make this cool, right? Woo, woo. I'm going to get some of this white off of this one and put it on this one because she's jealous. Okay, there you go. Well, now you know how to make all the fireflies. That's it. You learned it. If you can do it in red, and just one of them has to turn out, right? Because that's proof. So if I find one, okay, yeah, I like this one. Okay, so I got red parts, medium parts, and white parts. Well, actually, it's too white. I like this one. Oh, there's red in it and white in it, and it's got a spiral texture, right? Okay, so rinse and repeat. We clean our paintbrush. What comes after red? Orange. Oh my God, we already knew what we're gonna do. So how many go in the jar? 2. How many fly away? We put white on them. And we have a spiral texture, and we don't mix it in all the way, right? That just makes a blub. So I go, all right, let me stab my orange step. And I can stab my paint because she can only pick up so much no matter how hard I hit. So I just go poke in the orange. And 2, I don't know. 1, 2, I don't know. I just random. And look are they perfect circles? No, because I usually fix them when I put my white on. Because I'm more careful. And then how many fly away? Stab my orange. Okay, 5. So 1 is always near my jar. 1, you can be right there. And then 2. Then 3 near my moon. Should I dare? 3. 4 way down here. And 5. You know why? I did it on crazy on purpose because I was afraid of making another straight line. Because I say, don't put them in a straight line. Then I do it. So I did it like way low, way high, just to make sure I didn't put them in a straight line. And then I clean my paintbrush, mostly so I don't make my white dirty. And then now you know what to do. And how much white do you think? Teeny tiny bit. Teeny tiny. So I get a teeny tiny speck of my white. And I just go and speck. Can you adjust how hard you push with your paintbrush and your paint to get a lesser amount this time? Are you getting better at it? Of course. So I land in the little orange one and I try to do a spiral around that one, around and around. I think I only can get 3. These are so tiny. I only get 3. Let's see. Let's count. I get a tiny speck and I go 1, 2, 3. It is 3. That's all I can get. And it makes sherbet, the cutest little sherbet color. So it's orange, sherbet, and white, right? So I land in the middle, super soft. So it's very pointy. And I land and I go around and around. And see when my very last circle, my very last time I go around is where I'm making it round again. Because remember when I made a oopsie? And I told myself, don't worry about it. You always fix it when you put the white on. And I do. So I care less about dropping off the color because I fixie it when I put the white on. And I got a tiny speck. And I go land in the middle and I go around that guy, around 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. And then a tiny speck more. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's pure white. You know why? That wasn't I put my orange paint on really thin, and that's how fast it dried. So when I went to go put orange on it, it didn't make a new color. Oh, but can I get a teeny bit of orange and swirl it inside my white and try to get 3D? Yeah, let's try that. Let me get a teeny tiny bit of orange. Let me spin it in there and see if it changes. Let's just see. 3D. Now I have dark orange pieces. White. Oh, I just went backwards. I put the dark on top of the white because I put too much white. Of course, there. Because so you can go darker, the same as you can go brighter. When you go, oh, I put too much white. Well, how about I get a tiny speck of the color and spin it again and see what happens? And it's a texture thing. So if I keep spinning, it's just a color. So boring. What comes after orange? Red, orange, yellow. And then yellow, she's a totally see-through color. Like when they put the powder in the gel and make the paint, they only put like a teensy bit, so she's all see-through. But she's called transparent. But once we add white, who's opaque, which means you can't see through it, it fixes the yellow. So don't panic when you see your yellow and be like, it's completely see-through. Just be generous. And then it's fixed as soon as we put the white on it. Okay, and then what if there's orange in your paintbrush when you go to get the yellow? A little bit of orange, it makes a flame. It's an orange yellow swirl. Oh my God, I don't care. That's gorgeous. So I get the yellow, my words. And I go, Step, why is there so much yellow? Oh yeah, we make the grass out of it, right? And then how many go in the jar? 2. 1, 2. And then how many fly away? I put 1 near the jar. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make it to the corner. 5. And remember, I don't really care when I drop off the color. Yep, yellow.
Is the yellow the one that looks like light orange?
Oh, I ran out of this neon yellow and I switched to yellow, and that's, she has a little orange tinge to her. She's called warm yellow. I forgot about that.
So that's the one we use right now?
Yep.
Okay, we have it? Okay, thank you.
Yellow-ish. And then I clean my paintbrush because I'd like to get some white paint. I don't want to contaminate all my white. And then I go, wait, where's my white cup? Okay. And then watch the light turn on though. Even with the warm yellow, it goes bing! And the turn looks so pretty. So, question? Nellie has a question? Okay, I didn't hear that. So I'm going to get and we're using, look Nellie, Harmony, we're using our tiny blue paintbrush to make these fireflies because it's smaller, right? Is that true? I just want to make sure. Okay, now I get the white, and how do you decorate? Small little swirl, swirl. Look at the light come on. I know, I love. My screensaver should be my surprise face. Watch, I just go, wait, oh, it's, like, look how you're and then I re-round it, that last swirl, and I give it permission to have dark yellow pieces, white pieces, and that lemon color appears, right? Because it mixes with white. So the medium color is always it just happens. And then I just spin the white in there, way, and then way, and then way, way, put the white in it. And look at the light came on. So much prettier. Boom. And then clean my paintbrush pen. Oh, see? Look at my paintbrush. Looks like fire. Because it's got red on the base and then orange and yellow at the tip. They're all mixed in there. Because you know why? Let me show you. We're going in rainbow order. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. So this color can't hurt this color. This color can't hurt this color. This color can't hurt. So as long as we go in rainbow order, we won't make any garbage colors. Questions? Yeah?
I now don't mind because mine looks better and I don't like that because I'm making it for someone.
Do you wanna just wait until we do the tree and the grass?
Yeah.
Okay, just hang out with us and watch. And then if you want to jump in, because I also show you how to make the jar. So whenever you're ready, jump in, okay? So the color wheel, we go in rainbow order because red and green make brown, purple and yellow make brown, blue and orange make brown across the color wheel. So if you've ever played with Play-Doh and it looks like a cat turd and you don't want to play with it anymore, you're like, oh, Mom, something happened to my Play-Doh. It's because you thought two colors were pretty next to each other and then you tried to mix them and they just went to garbage color, right? So we're going in rainbow colors. So none of the colors we're using after the next one will hurt the next one. So you don't have to use water. Okay, what comes after red, orange, yellow? Green! Bright green. And she's the one that's see-through. Remember? I told you that, but once we add white, it'll look awesome. So what color green do you have? Do you have this green or a warmer green? Nope, not that one. Wait, how many greens do you have? The green.
I only have one.
One green? Oh, okay. Then you have you have medium green. What? You don't have neon green. Skip that story. I made these kits so many times that I just assume. Okay, so we get our color and we go flick. And we're gonna make our green one. So how many go in the jar? 3. 1, 2, I don't know. Good thing we're counting. We're already running out of room. And then how many fly away? 1, 2, 3. Let me make it bigger and wider. 1, 2, 3, 4. And one near the corner because you know they're trying to get to the corner. Whee! And then I clean my paintbrush. And you already know what to do. You don't even need me to tell you. Right? You just get a little bit of white and decorate. And make a spiral texture. A tiny bit of white. I lost my white. There she is. I get speck. And I spin. Whee! Oh, that's a good green. It's like an emerald green. Whee! Another one. Whee! Oh, I like that. I got a white piece, a medium green, and I have dark green. How many did I do before I did one that I really, really like? I finally did one that I really like. And I stopped and I didn't keep spinning. Okay. Whee! Okay. Sound effects. Sometimes I feel like I'm just watching it happen and I just happen to be present when the magic happened. Oh, pure white. Too much white. I'm gonna clean my paintbrush and get a speck of green and see if I can't warm it up a little. This is the one I did. Look at, it came out horrible. So I'm gonna put a little piece of green in it and swirl it in. Oh, better. Now it's 3D. I put
and
dark.
That's green. I'm sorry.
Green.
This is the only green we have.
Yep. We're gonna make grass out of it too. And then clean my paintbrush. This neon green, I'm already out of favor with it because it's completely see-through. So we tried to make the chameleon and I thought, oh, neon colors, fun. They're all see-through. So I'm not sad that you guys don't have that color because it's very frustrating. It's brand new to me. So I was like, what is this color doing? It's supposed to be bright. And it was like clear. Okay, red, yellow, green, blue. Who thinks the blue ones, you already know how they're going to come out. Because we already made a giant one. So where's my blue? And if there's any green left in my paintbrush, what will it make? Turquoise. Green, blue, and white makes turquoise. So lucky for you if you get a turquoise one, I'm just saying. Okay, how many go in the jar? Hey, I'm going to put one in the base of my jar. It might get covered up by grass, but I just, oh, look how dark it is on the dark black canvas. But don't the colors look very vibrant against black? It's the high contrast. Does Harmony and Nellie have a question?
I do, but when are we gonna, can I make it my own way?
Well, yeah, you can. But I know how to make it. Did you get bored of making fireflies already?
Yeah, because I want to make it a different way.
Okay, go ahead. But if the other person wants to follow directions, you guys can compare them and have a contest. You could do that and see what you think. One person does their own thing and the other one follows along. That's interesting. Okay, so how many fly away? You know, I'm not even gonna say it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at all this blue left over. You guys better make some cute crafts later. Can I clean my paintbrush, pinch? And now that you have an easel, why do we use easels? Why do we use to keep our hands out of any craft that we do? We always you lean it up and then your hands don't smear. If it was on a table, wouldn't I be smearing it right now? Right? So now you'll always have an easel. You get those little canvases from the dollar store and you want to play, at least your hands won't go in it, right? And then I got to turn on the light to my blue ones. Poke! And spin the white in. Whee! Whee! None of those are my favorite yet. Okay, that one's cute. And that just turned baby blue. Okay, that one's a good one. Finally, after number 4. But how do we learn stuff on Earth? Do we learn by watching? No. When the teacher shows you math, do we learn math? No. When do you actually learn the math? When you do it. So you get all like you're watching the teacher going, what? What? I don't know. Exactly. Because you haven't done it yet. As soon as you start doing it, then your brain goes, oh. So we're listening, going, what? The more the teacher talks, the more frustrated we get. Just let me try to do it. And then your brain gets it. Oh, now there's purple. Okay, so the purple ones, they literally look black on a black canvas, but luckily we have white's help. And if we just left the purple on the black canvas and it dried, you wouldn't be able to see the purple. Because usually on a white canvas, you put purple. The white canvas shows through and you can see the purple, but not on a black canvas. So we need a little bit of the white paint to make it a little bit lavender, a little bit like grape, right? So let me see, where's my purple? There it is. Okay, I thought it was black. See? So I stab my purple stab. And I'm going to put 2 in the jar. Goosey. I told you we'd run out of room. But when I put the purple ones, I'm going to look for holes in my sky. Like the spots that don't have nothing. I'm like, oh, I must have been avoiding this little galaxy right here because I didn't put nothing there. And I can look at it from afar and be like, oh, yeah, that's where I'm putting my purple ones. Right? My finishing touch. I'm making balance. Right? So I get my purple and 2 go in the jar. 1, 2. And look how much paint you get. Look how confident you are. Getting your paint, getting your white. Look how fast you learn that. Because we learn by doing. Okay, so now I'm going to put 5. 1, 2. Let me see where I need some. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one. 5. Boom. That's fun. Okay, paintbrush. Clean my paintbrush white. It's so dark. Can you find my purple ones? No. They're not. Because they turn black. So I'm going to get a little bit of white. Polka white. And spin it in there. Whee! Oh, it makes like a dark purple. Then a lavender and pieces of white. Whee! Neat. I do it way more soft than I was doing when we started. I'm more delicate. Like my hand can trust myself to do it. And I don't do it in 3 swirls. I'm getting way more delicate from the practice. Oh, nice. Nice. But and then you think, oh, well, she knows how to do it because she does it all the time. Yeah, but my hand's still always adjusting, always figuring it out. Father's Day is coming up, isn't it? Would this make a good Father's Day present? Even if you're old, your dad would be like, oh my God, you made this. That's so awesome. They never get over being proud, no matter what you give them. You made it by hand? Oh my God, I love it. I'm watching people finishing up decorating, making spirals. Nice. If you're already done, there's two kinds of people in every classroom, right? Those that finish very, very fast and they get done, they start talking because they're bored. And then those people who never seem to have enough time to do anything, and they're always in a panic, right? And then there's the middle people. Nobody cares. You're fine. But if you're one of those two people, just be happy you're not the other ones, because both are terrible and full of anxiety. You're either in trouble for talking because you're super fast, or you're in a panic because you don't have enough time. I mean, which is worse? I don't know. I would hate them both. And it depends on the class I'm in, which brain style I have. Okay, now we're gonna do our jar. And if you're still painting, just keep going, because the jar is really, I just want to paint over the pencil. And look at how, you didn't even mind. Look how raggedy my lines are. You know why? Because I'm a human and I can't make straight lines because I'm full of blood and gravity's always yanking on my hand. But I paint them blue, and then I try to put a little string of white right through the middle of the blue. And then how many color values am I trying to make on for 3? Dark blue, baby blue, and white. And usually when I first get the white, it's the most bright. So it's like the moon shining on my jar, you know? So I'll do the top first just so you can see it. And mine's gonna look different because my silver Sharpie will peek through, right? So it's still the teeny tiny paintbrush, and I need blue paint. Where'd she go? There she is. And the blue paint is thick, and I do not scribble. Scribbling is for crayons and markers and color pencils, right? Scribbling. So I don't want a furry jar, right? So in order to get a question, do you want to watch me make the jar? Okay, so I'm gonna push my paintbrush like this. Push, and not pick up my paintbrush. And when I run out of paint, I just get more and go again, right? But I do not wiggle because I don't want a furry jar. It looks funny. Okay? You want to see me make the jar? Okay, here I go. I stab the blue, because this paintbrush can only hold so much paint. And then I'll show you on just the lid, okay? Because the rest is obvious. But I go like this, and I just push my paintbrush. I don't pick it up, and I just drive my car on the pencil, and then turn the corner. And I don't pick up my paintbrush. Oh, okay, I'm out of paint. More paint. Poke. It looks like I have paint on my paintbrush, but if there's no more paint on it, I just stop. Push. It's an illusion that you have paint on your paintbrush, because just up on the stick. And then more paint. Okay, I ran out again. Poke. And then wee.
Miss Pixar.
Pixie,
What color are you getting for the grass?
The grass is green and yellow. You want to see? First I paint it green, and then I put yellow strings on it, but I only paint it up. Look, I go up. How come? Yep, green. First you paint it green, and then you paint it yellow. But you only paint up.
You use this one and this one?
The dark green and bright yellow.
Okay, can I start or not yet?
Yeah, go ahead. You're finished with your jar?
Not yet.
Well, then do your jar with me. What are you thinking? Do your jar with me. Okay, watch me.
My jar like that.
Well, now put blue on it. Look at mine with the blue. Watch this. So I got, if I have white on it, what if I put a little string of blue on it? Watch this. Now, okay, here's the moonlight. It's white, so I got a blob of white. It'll start off very white. And then watch me as I run out of white. It'll get lighter and lighter and lighter. And do I go back and fix it? I do not go back and fix it because I want, hey, put your mute on. Mute yourself. Thank you. So now I have, but look at how random that is. So it's just what your paintbrush did. So it's very white, not very white, ran out of white, right? But it must be the glints of white light hitting the jar, the glass. But if I go back and try to fix anything, it's just baby blue. But I give permission for my paintbrush to run out of white while I just slide right down, real soft, right down the middle of the blue. And then I get different versions of blue and white. But I don't scribble. How come? Because every time you pick it up and smash it again, you're just making baby blue. So just push the white through the blue. Just push like that. And then I clean my paintbrush, so I got to do the sides. So I stab my blue. And since it's a baby paintbrush, when I paint the sides, I'm probably going to have to stop like 3 times and get paint. Do you have a question, Harmony?
Yeah. What's this? Orange and black make?
We're going to make a tree, and there was orange fireflies.
I know, but I want to do orange and black.
Black can't mix with anything, so we'll just make black.
Just orange and blue make?
Black. Orange and blue makes brown.
Okay, because I want to mix that.
Okay.
It's a brown firefly.
All right. You're going to start making ugly colors. You're going to start experimenting and finding out why the color wheel is the way it is. You're going to make Play-Doh. Okay. So now it's going to take me a couple scoops of blue paint. And I just and then I ran out. Okay. And I'm just going to get all the rest of the pencil blue and then slide my white right through the middle of the blue. And I don't pick up my paintbrush. I just push my paint so it's smooth. If I pick up my paintbrush at all, it's like it looks furry. Okay, now I can clean my paintbrush of the blue and get a poke of white and try to slide it through. And I don't care how many versions of white. Watch this. Of course, it's going to be very white at first because there's a big blob of white on my paintbrush, and I'm right underneath the moon. So I go, whee! And then I start running out of paint, running out of white, and I don't stop. And then when I do the bottom, wouldn't that be the most shadowy with the least amount of paint? Oh! And then it's going to have a little waggle because you're made out of blood and bones, and gravity's yanking on your hand the whole time. So if we wanted it perfectly straight, we would use a machine and not a person, right? So we're like, no, this is handmade, so it has a little waggle to it. It's human. Good job. And it's a delicate touch when you put the white on, huh? You just kind of slide and it changes all by itself and you're just watching it and you're like, whoa, look at it. And running out of white paint is actually pretty and it changes value on you. And you're like, all right. But then the top of I think this is too big. It needed to be little. But the top of my jar is, because it's slightly round. And I made these straight for some reason. They're supposed to be kind of like little commas. It's the texture of the top of the jar. It should be slightly rounded. But they're blue with some white on them. Just to make a shimmer shine on top of the jar, But they're straight. Doesn't that make my jar look flat? That's why texture matters. If I had made these rounder, we'll make them rounder. It wouldn't look so flat. They should be half a rainbow kind of thing. Okay. But I put blue with white on it. Yeah. So I stab my blue, And I just kind of go like this. Everybody pause and look up, because even if you're at a different spot, you can watch me do this. But it's little, like one fingerprint big. And I just land and swipe and 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 land. And because you can land, because you can handwrite. And I'm kind of curling them like a comma or something. And I go right on top of my Fireflies, because this is my shimmer shine. And then I can get white. And then, so it will be very bright under, because I have a lot of white, right? And it's like, whoosh, oh, it's bright. But watch me when I run out. And I just go fleek, 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 fleek. And I'm running out, running out, running out farther away from the moon. Should be darker. Like that. But it's only about a finger thick. And it's definitely bent, like little commas, right? Little curve to it, because it's a rounded top of the glint is a little bit round. I did my last one straight, which made it look flat.
We use blue first and then white, correct?
Exactly. Yep. Totally. Because we put the blue on to capture the shape, and then we shimmer shine it with some white. And we give it permission to be different variations of color. Good job. Yep, but curve them a little like a comma, a little curve, not flat like I did it last time. It was nope. It's like ramp, because the top of the jar is round, so you just kind of go like a half a bend, like a little. These look a little straight, but I'm doing them for the awkward angles. For me, I wish I was. If I was standing right in front of it, I'd probably do a better job. But it's like here. I'm a jar. Like that. Guess what we do after the jar? We're going to put glow-in-the-dark paint on our moon. Because we put the glow-in-the-dark paint on now and then do grass. And while grass is, doing that, the glow-in-the-dark paint is drying. So we could put the black tree on top of the glow-in-the-dark paint, so at night you can see the tree. Because the black paint blocks out the glow-in-the-dark paint. It's kind of wicked good. And if you look at anything that's shiny is still wet, right? So I'm looking at my purple ones are still shiny. My green ones are still shiny. So we can't put glow-in-the-dark on our Fireflies yet. They need more time. So luckily we still have more objects to paint. Okay, so now we're going to put our glow-in-the-dark paint on, but we use our finger, mostly because all our paintbrushes are dirty. And it makes this really cool texture when you put and we do it in a spiral, right? And we're doing that around and around, and it makes this bumpity, scratchety texture, and it looks really good at night. And wherever the glow-in-the-dark paint is thick, it's going to be brighter, because it has more of the powder, right? So I get my glow-in-the-dark paint. And I go, all right, I'm using my finger. And I'm just going to go round and round. Woo. See? Look at that neato skippity texture it does. It looks like sparklers. Only my finger can do that. I like it. I like it a lot. My finger. And I just go whoosh, 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 and just go round and round, spiral. And I could go out into the misty part too. Whee! It feels kind of weird. And I can feel the tiny beads of plastic powder. Remember how they took the glow-in-the-dark toxic chemical, but trapped it inside of plastic? Then turn the plastic into powder, and that's why we can use glow-in-the-dark paint and not worry. I like the texture it makes. Do you see my texture? Look at my texture. I like it. It looks like it's going to look like sparklers at night. But the thicker I put it, the brighter it is. So you decide, and it's going to turn clear like Elmer's glue. It feels like it's ruining it, but it will dry. It'll dry see-through. Question?
Your paper looks beautiful, but I know what purple and white makes.
What?
Light purple.
It's called violet or lavender. You know where you learn all the best colors for names? On crayons. They have the best names for colors. Somebody's very creative. Okay, now I'm going to go like this and get more paint. Oh my gosh, my paint's all lumpy. I'm going to go round and round and round and round and round and smash that in and smash that in and smash that in. Okay, now I would like my moon to be even more bright. So how thick can I put my my moon on there? Right? Put it thick. So you put it on thick and then kind of as soft as you can, smooth it. Then get more and make your moon, the little white moon, so it's brighter than everything. Put it really thick. Watch this. Oh, uh-oh, there. So, mine needs to be smushed. I'm smushing. Oh, okay, it's slippery. It's very slippery, and now I do it really slow and soft to make sure it's even. And then I'm going to get more and do it again. So it's triple times thicker than, oh, Alejandro has a question. I missed that. We're putting glow-in-the-dark paint on our moon. It's this, it looks clear and it has this like greenish powder in it. Did you find it?
So you're using glow-in-the-dark paint?
Yeah, look, I'll show you. Watch, if the lid is on, you go like this. And you can capture it in your hand and look inside, try to block out all the light. Oh, I just got glow-in-the-dark paint on my forehead. And you go like this, and it's green. I picked the brightest color. The green is the brightest. So I picked it. It's super glowy. Yeah, and put it all over your moon. Put it all over your moon and your glow, like this with your finger. Like this. Woo! And it goes on like white, but it will dry clear. And get huge scoops it with your finger and then push it. Huge scoop, then shove it around. There you go. Scoop and slop. Or go like this. Get closer, like this. So you can go scoop and it doesn't fall off your finger. Scoop, smash. Nice. And then when you're done, you just wipe it off with a napkin. Ew, get off my finger. And you can smell this paint is different than the other paints. It's more chemically. It smells like ammonia, right? I had kids like play with this and want to put it on their face, but it gives off that smell and it burns their eyes. Please don't put this on your face. But now you have some awesome glow-in-the-dark paint if you have any left over. You could play with it and you could paint your phone case. You could paint your light switch on your room so you can find it in the dark. I don't know. I'm just saying. Glow-in-the-dark paint is awesome. Or write your name on the wall in your bedroom that no one can see except at night. But you better ask your mom. Okay, now we're going to make grass. Who's ready? I'm ready.
Now the glow-in-the-dark paint is only onto the moon.
On the spiral around it and nice and thick on the moon.
Okay.
Nice and thick. Because the more you put, the brighter it is. And you can use your dirty blue finger because the moon is dirty. It'll just come off in the moon. And it'll hurt nothing. And put a lot. Do not be afraid of how much glow-in-the-dark paint you use. It belongs to you, and we should run out. What if we had extra? Oh, what a waste. That glow-in-the-dark paint that I buy is expensive. Let's use it up. Okay? Lots. Who's ready for grass? I know that Miss Aguilar is still working, right? You just keep going with your glow-in-the-dark. But look up and when we're doing the grass, because it will totally make sense, okay? So dark green. We're going to make dark green grass a disgusting thick amount of dark green grass. Then we're going to decorate it with yellow. It's so fun. You're not going to believe it. But we have to get it wet. Just like when we put the blue on, then decorate it with white. We make it green and then decorate it. And we get these streaks. Look at it. It's all about that. I'm not trying. Yellow will get eaten by dark green if I'm not careful. But look at the cool stripes it makes. The strings of yellow and strings of the green. And this one was a big blob of yellow, but you don't even mind. Like, oh, ooh, what? Ooh, neat. Like that. Okay? And the line, the little pencil line just means go higher than that. And then you'll probably put grass on your jar, but you better put grass on your jar. You know why? Otherwise, it looks like your grass is being abducted by aliens and is floating away. So you put the grass right on your jar, on front, so it looks like the jar is in the grass. Okay? So where's Big Paintbrush? Where's Big Yellow? And this is a very nice paintbrush. She's called a round, and she's like $5. So we see how pointy she is? Well, it makes perfect flowers and leaves and stuff. That's why they're expensive. So if you want to use this again, you just have to rinse it, rinse it, rinse it. And I use a toothbrush to make sure I get all of the paint out, because acrylic paint is plastic. Acrylic, right? So if you get all the paint out and keep pinching it with a paper towel, then you know there's no color in it. But right now it's stiff, right? Well, just rub it on your hand. It'll wake up. It's still going to be blue, but at least it's soft again, because you're just breaking up it back into powder, right? And I'm gonna touch the very bottom of my painting and go flick, and I can only go up. I'll show you. Watch this. So here's my green, right? And here's me going up and making a piece of grass. So everybody pause and look up, even if you're busy. So I smash and go up, and it makes a pointy grass. Up, 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 right? Now watch me ruin it. Let me scribble up and down. It makes a square. It cuts off the top, the pointy part, if you go up and down. And like, what are those? Fence posts? No, so we can only paint up when you make grass. Up, 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 right? And then look at the thick parts where I let it be thick, dry darker. Okay, then I get yellow, and I get a glob of yellow. This will totally ruin all the yellow, because I'm putting a dirty paintbrush in the yellow. But watch, I just go flick. Ooh! And I turn my paintbrush over where there's more yellow. Oh! Whoosh! Whoosh! Neat. But watch me touch it again. It just turns green. No, it has no interest at it at all. If I keep touching it, it's just is that a green object? Is that it? What is this? It doesn't have any more interest. Right? So I'm going to get my super dark green. Question?
Yes, we already are almost done with the grass, because
You beat me?
Yeah, because we already started it. My cousin's already almost done.
Okay, watch me. Watch me make it. So I'm going to land on the bottom.
She just has to do the glow in the dark down, and she's done.
Okay, so I'm going to touch my paintbrush and go ahead and smash it when you land, because it makes it bigger and pointy. So I go smash. And what if you get paint on your cardboard easel? So it's a cardboard easel, right? So you just go up. Oh, so what was the line trying to tell me? It means just go higher. Up, up, up. Oh, and you're seeing my yellow. Remember there was yellow on my paintbrush? Look at my silver Sharpie line doesn't get covered up. Your pencil line will get covered up nice. But anyway, and how much green should I put? A lot. A disgusting, filthy amount. Like, I scoop my green, because wherever it's thick, a thick amount of green, it'll be very, very dark. If I let it be all thin green, it'll dry already before I can even put my yellow on. And then I just go up, up, up. Oh, and do they all have to stand up perfectly straight? No, it's grass. I can bend them a little. Ooh, ooh, because the wind hit it. I bent it. I get dark green and go up, 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 up. Ew. It only makes like 3 grasses and then I have to get more. It can't be dry. Then nothing will happen to the yellow. Up, up, up. Uh-oh, here I go. I'm getting grass on my jar. So. Ugh, it's totally not working. I gotta scoop my green paint so it's a disgusting amount and then go up, up, up. It's all see-through. What am I doing wrong? I need more. Up, 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 up. Okay, look at the bottom. My painting is not painted. Okay, everybody pause and look up. Okay, without ruining everything, I could just flick off the bottom and push the paint back down, right? Because we're redecorating with yellow anyway. Push, 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 push. Ew, I can see pencil. Go back. Get it? Get out of here, pencil. Goodbye. Goodbye. There. And just put a 50 million super fast, super thick, disgusting amount of green grass. Up, 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 up. It's kind of like scoop, slop, scoop, slop. Because when does all the decorating actually happen? When we put the yellow on it. Just like the little fireflies. So I just go blah, blah, blah. Okay, everybody pause and look up. Watch me do the yellow. So I just go land anywhere. Feek. Ooh! And then watch when I start to run out of yellow, how it starts to get more beautiful. Can I go back and touch the same place twice? Not recommended. What happens if I touch the same place twice? It just turns to an ugly green, nothing, zero. Like a frog color. I want these strings of yellow in my green grass. Like that. I just go up, 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 up. The first when I land and get the yellow is super bright, right? But you just pick it up and drop it off somewhere else. Now it's all neon. Woo! Look at the yellow. The yellow and green stripes. Up, 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 up. I just can only flick up. That's the only way I get pointy grass. And then now I can look for 3D. Do I have some dark green areas? Medium green areas? Do I have some yellow areas? Some yellowy green areas? Right? I'm rooting for 3D, not a color. And wait, and you can't go up and down. Don't go up and down. You can only go up. If you go down, it lands thick like this and it makes a stump. So you can only go up, 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 push, 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 push. Oops, I touched that twice. Look what I did. I just made green. Very boring green. Grass, 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 grass. Now I gotta clean my paintbrush. Blech. It's solid green, then decorated with yellow. Isn't that fun? Watching that happen? And then you can see the moment you touch the yellow twice and you're like, what just happened? My yellow is gone. My green just ate it. What the heck? And why do we put the green on so thick? So it's nice and slippery. So when you put the yellow, it makes a streak. Hey, look I didn't put any yellow over here in this corner. It's all dark. What F? Where's my, I'm gonna get an F if I don't fix it. Where's my nail paintbrush? I lost my paintbrush. I'll use my finger then. Where did it go? Okay, now it glows. It must have rolled away. I would have a yellow paintbrush. You know what we're gonna make next after grass? We're gonna make the tree. But we don't scribble grass, right? We decorate. And as soon as you're out of yellow, get more. Because it just makes nothing. So it just only works like 3 little pieces of grass. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's nothing. More. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, more. 1, 2, 3. And the more yellow you use, the happier you'll be, because yellow is see-through. She's transparent. So stab, paint. Stab, paint. So the more yellow you use, the happier you'll be. So just hold on to your yellow and just go stab, flick, flick, stab, flick, flick, stab, flick, flick. Okay, now we're going to do our tree. Okay, Miss Aguilar, you got to go really fast. Huh? Question?
I was talking to Miss Cruz.
You want to show me?
I was talking to Miss Cruz.
I missed what you said.
I was talking to Miss Cruz.
Oh, okay.
Mommy said. I didn't hear you. Mama said hi.
And some people got done with their grass really fast, and some people are going a little bit slower. They're decorating. Remember, just up with the white. And then I can tell everybody's ready to do the tree when we turn our painting like this. Because I'll show you. This is easier to paint. When we paint our tree like this, it's easier for our hand to understand. And then we turn it like this, we're like, oh, that looks good. But we paint it like this. And we'll pull on our paintbrush like that, okay? So when you're ready, flip your painting. Awesome. Okay, so let me tell you about trees. Hey, there's my yellow paintbrush. It showed up. It was under my napkins. But I'm going to use the blue. We're going to use the blue paintbrush to make the black trees. Okay. And why are they black? Because they're in silhouette, which means it's so bright behind it you can't see their individual color. Okay. So it's a silhouette of a tree. Okay. I don't know if you've got to do a tree with me, but once you paint a tree, you'll never see them the same way again. Where's my black? There you are. Her lid was still on her because I haven't used it yet. I couldn't find her. Okay, so I'll show you. So when you were little, you made a tree like this, right? And then made a fluffy cloud on top and called it a tree. That is not a tree. That's Groot. Because only human beings have their branches directly across from each other. Plants never have, this would be a weak spot on a plant, have their branches come from the same spot on the trunk. So instead, they grow in a spiral like DNA, right? So they actually go like this, to the right, to the left, a little higher to the right, a little higher to the left, a little higher to the right, a little higher to the left, a little higher to the right, a little higher to the left, like that. So they actually go like this. Oh, and we're gonna, you know how my arm goes from thick all the way to fingernail? Branches do too, and so do trunks of trees. So if I hold my paintbrush upside down, not a pencil, don't hold it like a pencil, because what's the only thing your paintbrush can do? Open all the way the whole time. That's her only choice. If you hold it like a pencil, because holding it like a pencil is designed to get the graphite to scratch onto the paper hard, right? So not a pencil. So I'm gonna hold my paintbrush upside down and pinch it like this. So it forces me to pull like this, and my arm's on a little elevator. Oh, okay, so I go, watch me. I go smash, and then I pull, and naturally it'll get skinnier and 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 skinnier. But it's not supposed to be perfectly straight because it's a plant. So if you have a few elbows on it, it's actually better. Like if you had a stroke and you did it all waggly, it's actually better. Okay, so now I get more black paint. Now I'm going to put branches on it. So if I put one branch down here, the branches are parallel, to the branch, to the trunk, right? So I go smash, and I just pull up, let go, softer, softer, softer. Oh, there she is. Oh, I didn't do it high enough. But can I put another one directly across from her right there? No, that's a fork. So I have to go, and she's a spiral, like a DNA. So I have to go higher up the branch, and then I could do it on the right side. Whoa. Then if I want to put another one, I have to go higher on the left side. And if I want to put another one, I have to go higher on the right side. That is the text. That is the pattern of a tree or a branch or a bush, right? And then what about twigs? Look at this. There's too much paint on my paintbrush, and she's all full and fat. Let me clean it, and it'll actually make my paintbrush pointier. There. See it real small. Okay, now I'm just going to get less paint. I'm not going to smash so hard. Okay, now I can make my twigs, and I just do it softer and littler, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. It's a branch. Oh, I didn't touch. You're supposed to touch. Okay, I wasn't really watching. Okay, let's do it together. So you're like, what? I don't get it. I know, because you were watching. You can't learn nothing by watching. When do we actually learn? By doing. Okay, so we're going to get our little blue paintbrush and hold it upside down and hold it by the, pinch it. We're going to pinch it from the top, which will force us to pull the paintbrush. Okay, you can't go like this, because what will happen to the paintbrush? If you go like this, she'll just go smash and huge. So I'm going to pull. Okay, so stab your black like you're mad, because we have really far to go. So we stab it like a lot. Okay. And then the branch starts at the very bottom. And we're going to go right up the middle of the moon like we don't care. And I smash my paintbrush because we want it to open really big at first. So I go smash. Okay, and then I pull. I'm pulling, and it goes softer, softer. Oh, it's so skinny, and I'm not going to stop. I'm going to go past the moon, and then I go up, and then I ran out. Look at mine has an elbow. That makes it look cooler. But it was an accident, and I don't care. And how'd I do that? I pinch it, and I pull. Pull, 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 and it automatically gets skinnier as I try to pull. You know why? Because my hand actually gets pulled away from the canvas by accident. And it just and it gets lighter and softer and softer and lighter and lighter. All right. It's a blick. Now let's make a branch, right? And how come we can't keep going over it and over it? It will just get wider and wider, and we're actually trying to go really big at the bottom and tiny at the top. Okay, now I'm going to get more black. Blick. Stab it so I have far to go. So I get a lot. Okay. Now I'm going to do a branch, and let's try to go, I'm not going to go on the moon, but next to the moon, and she's attached way down here. So I hold my paintbrush upside down, and I go smash. Okay, let me see if I can go parallel. And I pull and pull and pull and do it softer and softer and softer and softer and let go. Oh, I almost hit my moon. I was trying to go farther away, but I'm not always watching. I was watching my camera. Whatever. Right, look, Alejandro. You're painting like this. That's going to keep getting thicker. Hold your paintbrush upside down and pull your paint. And let it be skinny. Yes. Now we just pull. Look how skinny it is. See? How do sticks go? Thick to thin. That's nature. Right? So try that. Now let's do the other side, Alejandro, and we'll do it together. Stab your black paint. Okay. Well, can I attach it at the same spot at the bottom? No. That would make a fork. So I go higher up on the stick and do it on the other side. Well, this is probably going to hit my moon, but I don't care. If it does, it doesn't. I don't know. So upside down paintbrush. I pinch it. I'm going to pull. Watch how skinny it gets. Can you see it all right? I'll turn it like this. So I go smash because it's attached. And then I pull up, 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 up. Let go. Oh, I missed my moon. I don't know what I'm doing. I wanted to go on my moon that time. Whatever. Because I think it's pretty. Oh, you know what? My twigs will go on the moon. Okay. And then the twigs are parallel, right? Now let's make twigs. right? Now I'm going to do it even softer. How come I do it softer? If I don't push hard, my paintbrush will stay together. If I push hard, my paintbrush opens. So I just do it soft. Question, Alejandro. Did you do this? Do you have 2 sticks now on your tree?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you went upside down and did it get skinny as you pulled?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, now she needs twigs though. She needs twigs because we don't have nowhere to put our leaves. Okay, so we go to the right, to the left, 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 and we climb as we go up. And I do it very, 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 very soft. So I go, okay, to the right, ooh, and then I touch it to the left, and then I touch it to the right. And then watch this. And then, okay, not that part, but maybe higher up, and I go to the right, to the left, to the right. Okay, let me try this one. To the right, to the left, to the right. Oh, I got branches, I got twigs, and you're jealous of me. Right, upside down paintbrush. Super soft. To the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. And I do it super soft. And they never touch though, where they never touch. So I go a little bit higher. So watch, Alejandro, watch. I went to the right, and then I went higher up on the stick and to the left. So I went to the right and then to the left. They never touch. They're still there, and it's super soft. And I just pull on your paintbrush, pinch it at the top, and don't pencil. Why? Because pencil will force your paintbrush to open. So I just go, I pull on it and yank on it and pull on it, and I just go like that, yank, and it stays tinier. Do you know why? Because so much training with the paintbrush and pushing hard will just open your paintbrush super thick. And it's like, why are all my branches the same thickness? Because you pushed hard. Like that. So it's delicate, delicate. Now climb up the middle. Watch. To the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. Every time you go, you climb up. Now you do it. Don't be scared. They're tiny little things. Tiny, but we only put a few. How come? Because too busy and you're like, oh, it's too much black. Just some. Ooh, what does mine have that yours doesn't have? Just a few little leaves, like little baby leaves. You know what those are? Those are just little smashes of a paintbrush. Look, this is a, where's one? There. That is a little paintbrush smash. Boop. A little tiny paintbrush smash is a weave. But they attach, I let the thickest part of my paintbrush actually land on the twig. And then I just go slap, slap. But how do leaves grow? They grow in a spiral. So I go like this, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. And then there's always a tiny one on the tip. You want to see? So I get black paint. But it's just for the twigs. The branches don't get nothing. Okay, you want to see? Watch. Everybody pause and look up. Here's one. So I just smash. Boop. It's just like a little touch. And then I go a little higher on the other side. Boop. And then a little higher on the other side. Boop. And a little higher on the other side. Boop. And then one in the middle. Boop. Let me do this one. To the right. Then a little higher to the left. Then a little higher to the right. Then a little higher to the left. And then one in the middle. Boop. And then more black paint because I ran out. So I go to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. And it's just a little touch. And it feels like I'm just laying the paintbrush down like this. Peep, 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 peep. I don't smash it. I just kind of touch it like a little stamp. To the right, to the left, to the right, to the right, to the left. I point up and to the point up, point down, point up, point up, point down, point up, point down. Stampy, 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 stamp. I am touching just the twigs. Pokey, pokey, poke. There. Watch, watch. Look, that's enough twigs, Miss Aguilar. Watch, because it's all about the leaves. And you just go smash to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, like that. They're little stamps. And then you turn your paintbrush like this, or turn your painting like this. Hey, that like, oh, look at this branch I forgot. Leaf, 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 leaf. Okay, there. And then how come that it's called a round paintbrush? So they're shaped, they come to a point and they're round and they come to a point like the shape of a flame, right? So if you just use it like a stamp, it's the shape of a leaf. If I go straight ahead, she goes poof, poof, like that. So I'm not going poke. That makes it go beep, 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 like that. It's a little stamp. Okay, let's go. You know all we have left? Glow-in-the-dark paint on our Fireflies. But all of our paintbrushes are filthy. But know what puts it on the thickest and the bestest? Our finger. And then how much glow in the paint do I want on my Fireflies? As much as I could put on there without it dripping off. Because the thicker it is, the brighter it is. And the sun's still out. So we can't see how cute it is with glow-in-the-dark paint. But if you have an inside bathroom without a window, you could go in there and close the door and see it glow. My hall bathroom is, but all my other bathrooms have windows. So it would just depend. But I get my finger and I get a scoop of it and I just smear it around on each one. And it looks like I turned it white. It'll dry clear, like Elmer's glue. I'm not scared. And I can feel the little crunchy beads. Whoops, mine's falling. But with our fingers, so we could put it on really, really thick. All of them. All of our Fireflies would like to glow. And you know what else you could do? You could use your stick of your yellow paintbrush and put little pokes of glow-in-the-dark paint on Make New Stars. Don't try to put it on the stars you already have. That's too much work. Just make new stars out of glow-in-the-dark paint and those will glow too. You know what else can have glow-in-the-dark paint? Your jar. Because isn't your jar glowing from the moon? But you would have to use a paintbrush for that. But our paintbrushes are all dirty. We'd have to wash our paintbrush. I mean, the last color on our little paintbrush is black.
Miss Pixie?
Question? Yeah?
Do I have to draw the tree?
No. It's not a law. It's not
And
a
I
law.
just saying, do I have to draw it?
Does it still look good with a moon?
Yeah.
Are you making an artistic decision about how it should be? I can respect that.
Make it.
I can respect that because remember the rules about painting, the shape, color, and texture? Well, if the shape is off, we don't know what it is. So sometimes the drawing part is what keeps people from doing the painting because they're afraid of the shape. So if you don't think you could get the shape of the tree right, skip it. Right? Skip it. Who cares? We can decorate all kinds of things without having to draw nothing. We can have color, shape, texture. We can do all kinds of artistic things without having to worry about what something looks like. Do you know in abstract painting, it has no subject matter. So it has color and shape and texture, but there's no object. They take the object out of the story. So it's just a bunch of interesting shapes, interesting colors. It's called abstract. Look at all mine. I finished. Mine's all globby. My paint wasn't all the way mixed in. The glow-in-the-dark powder clumps itself together a little bit. But I don't really keep my paintings, so I don't care as much as you do. I just put them out in the garage with the other ones. Who thinks this came out better than you thought it would? Remember when we started and you were like, oh, no way, no, I cannot make that. And then we're done and we're like, well, that's pretty darn good, right? How thick are you putting your glow-in-the-dark paint on? You know, after you look at it in the dark and you have some glow-in-the-dark paint left over, what if you put a second layer on it? You could, right? Because you're like, mine's not very bright, and you're looking at that jar of glow-in-the-dark paint that's very, very bright. You could put more if you want to. Oh my gosh, I see, Mr. V, you have your dragon behind you. What if you put glow-in-the-dark paint on the eye? I'm just saying, fun to play with. I'm just saying. Or you write your name in glow-in-the-dark paint on your computer top. Now it's yours in secret, in super secret glow-in-the-dark paint. It looks clear. No one will know. I'm just saying, fun stuff. I love glow-in-the-dark paint. Good job, you guys.